Hi, Leo. So let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of the energy as we can that's around you at this time. So I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we will use for each of these layers. So we're starting with the Devil, which I'm going to flip over. 5 of Pentacles, Justice, High Priestess, the Sun. I'm also going to flip over the Sun. Queen of Pentacles, the Star, which I also have to flip over. Maybe I should reconsider using this deck. 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, the World, which I also have to flip over. Underneath this deck is the 6 of Wands. So then we're going to take 6 of these. These are the Prism Oracle cards. This will add our second layer. So we have Trust, Ghost, Ideation, Mystery, Surrender, Strength. Under this deck is Pain. Then we'll take 6 of these tarot cards. Oh, there's the 10 of Cups. We'll take that. This fell out too. The High Priestess again. Page of Cups, 5 of Wands, King of Swords, 4 of Swords. Under this deck is 2 of Wands. And then we're going to take 2 of these. The Clover popped out, so we're taking that. And we'll get 1 more of these. We have the Book. Under this deck is the Bed. So it feels to me, Leo, that you are certainly in some kind of pain. We had literally the word pain show up here. And I feel like you're trying to push through it. You're trying to stay optimistic. You're trying to overcome this. But it feels like you're having trouble focusing. And that you may be too focused on the pain or too focused on whatever has happened to put you in this energy that every time you try to think about being optimistic, you fluctuate back to slipping into this is never going to be better. This is never going to feel better. So if this feels like your reading, Leo, let's really get into this. So your current energy is the Devil and Trust. So it does really feel to me that there are trust issues going on with you. That may be the pain that you are in. It may be that you don't trust yourself. I just got that too. It feels to me like with the Devil and the Trust card that it feels like every time you try to reach for something, you can't quite get it. That you long for something, but you can't quite fulfill it. And that may be what's causing this pain. You may be even denying yourself things that you want with the Devil card being in your current energy. The Queen of Pentacles and Mystery, this is telling me that you are going to get stronger. The Queen of Pentacles is your future energy, your near future energy. And these types of painful earth-based energies, the Queen of Pentacles is really good at those kinds of challenges. And it almost feels like you're moving into a very spiritually surrounded type of energy with Queen of Pentacles and Mystery. I'm getting a sense that you could be having a spiritual awakening, especially because we see this pain card and you fluctuating between, and you're in this Devil energy. Yeah, this feels like a spiritual awakening, Leo. I think that may be that squeeze. Whenever we are leveling up, whenever we're ascending, the universe tends to put us through a pretty tough squeeze, and it's pretty uncomfortable and even painful as we get birthed into this new thing. But I see you coming through as this Queen of Pentacles, which is great, which means you're transforming from that Devil energy, that allowing your shadow side to control you, and stepping into this more empowered energy, even though you don't know what you're stepping into, because we see the mystery card, you're still stepping into it in a very confident and positive way. So this fight that you're fighting against this pain, against this toxicity, I see you overcoming that, you winning and becoming that optimistic person, or being in an optimistic situation, whatever that is for you. That's right around the corner for you, even though you're not going to understand it. But generally with spiritual awakenings, we don't understand it. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, this feels like, again, you can't quite reach that thing that you want. The Ten of Cups is your joy, your total fulfillment. You're sharing your life with people, or whatever your Ten of Cups is for you personally. I don't like to see it with the Five of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting this feeling that you reach for things that you want, but you can't quite get them. And I think it's until you let go of this devil energy, where you learn to trust yourself, or learn to allow yourself to have the things that you want. As long as you continue to deny yourself things, you're never going to get those things. Does that make sense? But I do see, though, this being a very optimistic energy that you're moving into. So this, again, I feel like is your current energy, where you're feeling like you deserve the empty bank account, or you deserve not having love in your life, or whatever that is. You feel like you deserve that. And the Queen of Pentacles being in your future energy is very hopeful to me, because she is the nurturer in the deck. She is my card for mother. So I feel like you are going to start nurturing yourself and telling yourself that, yes, you do deserve these things. You do deserve a full bank account. You do deserve a full home with happy, laughing people, whatever that is for you. I do see that transforming, but right now I think that's the pain that you're in. And that's that fluctuation, because you're going back and forth in your own mind about, do I deserve this? No, I only deserve this pain. Do I deserve to have more success and beauty in my life? Or do I just need to stay in this toxic situation? Yes, I do see you overcoming that and headed towards your fulfillment. So you see yourself as the Star and the Five of Wands. So this, again, it reminds me of this Five of Pentacles we see right here, where it feels like you're battling your own healing. Like you are not allowing, but you see yourself clearly. You know that you are battling your own healing. It feels to me like you know you're on some kind of a pilgrimage with this Star card, that you almost sense in some way that you are being called spiritually, because we see the Two of Wands, which is a change of plans, but you're fighting it. You're fighting your own spiritual awakening, because I feel like you feel that you do not deserve the good things that want to come in with this awakening. So we have Justice, Ghost, the High Priestess, and Clover. So your soul, this is certainly about your soul, especially with the Ghost and the High Priestess. Your soul is working in the background to help you. Justice and the Clover are here. Justice is a lucky break, because that's when the universe, the energy comes in to balance out. Justice never shows up unless there's an imbalance. And I know there's an imbalance, because you're starting out with this devil energy. But your soul is in the background really trying to do you a solid. Your soul is trying to balance this out. Your soul is trying to bring you lucky breaks, which is probably why you're headed straight towards this very nurturing energy towards yourself. So I really do get the sense that even if your 3D self is still stuck in this devil energy and you can't get out of it yourself, that you're stuck in this painful situation, you're stuck in a toxic situation, and as much as you feel like moving out of it, you feel like you don't deserve it, your soul is going to be in the background making sure that you still move into this more optimistic energy, so that you will wake up one day and you will see yourself and the situation differently. You'll be able to say, oh yeah, I do deserve this, or I should be nurturing myself. I should be speaking to myself with kindness. I should be true to who I really am. So then we have the Ten of Swords, Surrender, King of Swords, and the Book. There is something really crappy going on in your environment, and I think it has to do with another person. So make this part make sense for you, but something has come to a very painful ending. We have the Ten of Swords, surrender, the King of Swords, and the book. So this King of Swords person, something may have just come to a very painful ending. We do have pain. So if it is a person who left you in this pain and making you feel like you don't deserve to have good things, that I can see this energy around you. It has really contributed to the way that you feel about yourself, which is exactly why I feel like you're going through this ascension and this Queen of Pentacles energy, where it feels like you're about to strike out on your own and just really relinquish your own control, your own autonomy. And the environment around you is asking you to surrender to this ending. Don't fight it. Because the King of Swords coming in with the book, I don't like that at all. This is probably someone who tells lies or tells half-truths or is non-transparent or controls the information. The King of Swords in the book is a pretty toxic combination. And we do have the bed here, which is another card of toxicity. So this is saying, if this is the thing that's causing you pain, to let it go. Don't fight trying to keep it. Don't fight trying to keep it in your life, because that's keeping you in this devil energy. So for those of you who it's a person who is making you feel trapped, or someone who just broke up with you, but you're clamoring to get back in their lives, the surrender card, the cards are really saying, let that person go. Because that's really going to affect your future, your near future. So then we have the High Priestess again with the Page of Cups. You've already experienced this. You have had a lot of intuitive hits. These are both extremely intuitive cards. The High Priestess knows things and doesn't know why she knows them. And the Page of Cups gets a lot of intuitive downloads. So I think you have already started experiencing some of these hints from your soul, hints from the universe, because the High Priestess is tying itself right back to your soul and what your soul, your higher self, is trying to communicate to you. And I think it starts especially with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is my card for inner child. It starts with the way you talk to yourself. So make sure that you are talking to yourself in a very kind way. Think about you as a child. Try to picture yourself as a child and how you would speak to that person today if you could meet your inner child, and try to add some light to the darkness, because the devil and pain are here. You have this really toxic energy person in your environment who may be deliberately trying to hurt you so that they can stay in control, or control the narrative, or control the information. But I feel like your soul is really trying to lighten the situation up with the High Priestess and the Page of Cups, add light to the darkness, add clarity, add awareness. The High Priestess showed up twice, and that is a very solid awareness that there's toxicity all around you that's causing you this pain. And the answer is releasing this environment around you. Your soul is trying to really break that to you so that you can move into this more nurturing energy. And it starts again with the way you talk to yourself. Start with talking to your inner child. Go find a picture of yourself when you were a child and talk to yourself and say nice things to that little kid. So then we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords. This feels like your shadow side, where it feels like you, again, this Three of Wands is about longing for something. It's about aching for something. It's about knowing exactly what will make you happy. But then the Four of Swords side of you is not allowing that. It's, again, you saying, I don't deserve to have good things. That's really strongly the energy that's coming through. And so this to me just feels like your shadow side is asking you to really nourish yourself. Again, this idea of be true to who you are. Be careful about the way you talk to yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on your soul, because your soul is really trying to talk to you through the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. So there is a strong shadow energy of yours coming through here, Leo, where you are telling yourself you do not deserve something. And that couldn't be further from the truth. So then we have the Sun and ideation. This is what you want. You want to be happy. You want to have all of your highest ideals for who you are, what your life should look like, your happiness, your confidence. It's what you want. It's falling in this position here. This is what is on your mind. It is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, what you want. So you're not confused about the things that will make you happy. You're very clear about what will make you happy, but it's crossing that threshold into allowing yourself to be happy that looks like the problem. So in your potential final outcome, we have the World and Strength. If I could pick two better cards for your final outcome, I couldn't have. This is saying that you are having that ascension that we were just talking about. That is exactly what the World card is. It's a level up. It's you being put on a throne, you ascending, you becoming the Queen of Pentacles. This is you in your near future. And it's because, and don't worry about the gender of a queen. Anyone can be a queen. But this is you being a nurturer to yourself, ascending, allowing this situation, this toxic situation to dissolve because it's organically coming to an end anyway. And that's going to be the thing that allows you to level up and gives you that strength. So I love this as your final outcome, Leo, because it really tells me that in spite of your shadow side, you are doing the healing. We saw the Star and the Four of Swords. You are doing that healing to face your shadow side, allow this lightness to come in, allow your inner child to speak through and say, no, wait a second, I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to have the things I want. And then the energy will follow, especially because your soul is on your side. Your higher self is going to make sure that you land in this Queen of Pentacles and World and Strength energy. It's all here. So there you go, Leo. That is your reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.